Hey, sweet friends, how are you? Come on in. I have a few things to show you. First, I'm going to show off a few projects we've done inside my creative nest because I have a special spring offer for you. But after I tell you a little bit about that, I am going to also make a quick little sample of a project that I need to create anyway for my sweet assisted living friends that I go craft with every now and again. And so I'm gonna make that after I get through showing you this. So come on in, get comfy, and I'm gonna give you a close-up look of this arrangement that we made and tell you a little bit about the offer for spring. Happy first day of spring. And then after that, we'll get to creating the little sample. I'm making a tiny little bunny topiary. It's the cutest. It's a mini version of one I created with them a couple of Easter seasons ago, and they requested it again. But I was having trouble finding the little bunnies from Dollar Tree to create exactly, and I'm gonna show you a picture because I have one on my phone if you don't remember that project. So I found some other little ones at Hobby Lobby and we're gonna make it with that. So let me get over here. I would appreciate it so much. Something really big. There is a big update happening on Facebook, and I'm sure you've seen some other creators ask. If you are enjoying the content, please interact. Just a thumbs up, a heart, a hello, tell me where you're watching from. If you feel so inclined to share, I'd appreciate that so much too. It helps kind of boost us out there and get seen more because there's some big update happening right now where it's just kind of tanked everything. So I want everybody to see all the fun stuff I'm sharing. Okay, there y'all are. If you've never joined me before, hey Carol and Rhonda and Dana, happy first day of spring. Officially, Kathleen, maybe not for everyone though, depending on where you're at. Hey Maria, it's so good to see you too. Okay, well you're watching me from sunny Louisiana. I'm in North Louisiana. Like I said, if you've never joined me before. And I want to show you a few things, just a few things that we have coming up in the Creative Nest Crafting Club. In case you've been interested, I have a special spring offer. But after I finish telling you about that, I'm going to put this stuff out of the way and I got a cute little craft to show you, okay? So, hi. Okay, this kind of takes up the whole screen, but if you comment the word club and you see that pinned probably at the bottom, you're going to get a link in your inbox and it's going to let you read more about what the Creative Nest is. So it's a private membership group and we do all kinds of fun stuff in there. So I have a special spring offer for $5 off your first month if you want to give it a try. It's just a way to celebrate spring and we would love to welcome you into the nest. So earlier today, speaking of nest, because this kind of looks like a giant flower bird nest, we created this with a container vessel from Hobby Lobby. We gave it a different paint finish. If you've seen this and you think that looks a little different, we did a little bit of a rustic makeover on it. And then some beautiful floral arranging. We do a little bit of everything over there, okay? Look how pretty those are. And then I just styled it. I'm putting this in the center of my dining room until the pollen lets up outside. I want it on the center of my outdoor dining table. I think it'd be real pretty for Easter and stuff. But that pollen is like a blanket out there, y'all. Hey, Stephanie at the Vintage Pebbles in the house. So, anywho, for now, I just styled it on this cute little basket riser. I love this little basket. It's just a little basket, almost like a little piece of luggage. And then I just put the arrangement right there. Little stack of books, cute little lovebirds, and it's the sweetest. So I just wanted to show you that and give you a close-up look of that arrangement. So, like I said, I just wanted to feature something special that we do in there, and I got a couple more things. In case you're interested, I really would love to welcome you over there. Let me put this out of the way. Okay, and then I just grabbed a couple recent things we've done in there. We learned to build this little wood stand, and this is a printables. You get all the printables I ever designed come with your membership, plus all the tutorials that you get in there weekly and masterclass. Isn't that cute? So that's one thing. And then my husband will be a teacher this month coming up in April. And he is going to show how to build this wooden cross. It's so cute, so easy if you just have a couple minor tools that you could use. And that's going to be one of the, look how pretty it says, "You are loved" on the little stamp. But that'll be an exclusive tutorial that is inside my group. So we do a lot of fun things over there. So I wanted to kind of show you a little bit and tell you some fun things that were coming up. So spring is a fun time. If you want a fun membership group that is a sweet community of crafty women, we encourage each other, we inspire one another, we share all kinds of stuff, our thrifty finds, all kinds of stuff, okay? It's just a little bit of everything. If it's creative, it's in there, and everybody is just so supportive. So we would love to welcome you into the nest, and you can see that you can comment club, and you can see at the top there's going to be a little banner when you click over that'll say enter the code word. Enter the code word, hold on, spring. You can enter the code word spring at checkout, and it'll let you try for $5 off your first month. It is so awesome. It's hard to kind of just tell in the words with a little pitch like this, but I just wanted to actually show you some things. And hey, Michelle, how are you? I see a couple of Nest Sisters here in the comments. Y'all let them know how the group is. We would love to welcome them. Okay, so that's that. I'll remind you at the end of this video. Y'all come on in, get comfy. Let me know where you're watching from. Thank you, Kathleen. Thanks, Debbie. Let me grab a sip of water. Okay, so to our craft. It's the first day of spring. I found the sweetest little napkins. They're not 100% my personal style, but I didn't pick them out for myself. I picked them out for, I think they're beautiful, but I picked them out for my sweet friends over at the Assisted Living, which I've talked about. Sometimes I go craft with them for all the major seasons. And they love this kind of stuff. So when I went to go find some napkins for them to decoupage, I picked these beautiful napkins up at TJ Maxx. I'm going to show you what we're going to make with them. Well, at least one of them. Let me get close up. See the pretty print on those? It's almost like, I think there's little like raspberries or something on there. Then these pretty florals. So if you like, they have all kinds of napkins. And then I thought this pretty blue. So I love to give them some options, especially when we're decoupaging and stuff. So I had to make a sample anyway. Here's some that I'm not bringing with me. I just got these from my own personal decoupage stash. Look how cute. Oh my goodness, the little bunnies and the eucalyptus. And then this one has a couple different bunnies with looks like some buttercups or daffodils on there. Real cute. Those were at TJ Maxx or Home Goods or wherever. Okay, so let me grab the picture that I said I would show. This is bigger, so you see it was made with this size pot. I don't know if y'all remember this a couple Easters ago. Do you remember this topiary? I only have pictures because I can't go. But anyway, we made them with, those are some of the sweet ladies from a couple Easters ago, where we were making all the little topiaries. So they had the tissue paper, and they had the bunny, and then we had, let me see, that's it. So that was the pot. And I can't find the bunnies that look right with this one. At Dollar Tree, they're sold out everywhere. So I got this little pot, and because I found some little bunnies. They're smaller. They are these bunnies from Hobby Lobby. And so I thought, okay, well, if I got these bunnies, then I got to get a smaller pot, because that to me didn't 100% look right. So they're going to look really good with the little pots. Now, they requested to do these again because they loved them. And then they got some new residents that moved in the last couple of years. I didn't get to make any. So we're just bringing back a popular, yes, Carol, all materials will be listed over in my group. Yes, absolutely. Okay. And I just listed materials too for all of you that are already in the Creative Nest. I just listed materials for that hanging banner too. And you'll know which one I'm talking about because it was the one from the retreat. That's so sweet. Okay, so Carol, usually there's anywhere from, there could be 6 women that come. They get to choose. I've had as many as like 14 or 15 at once, I think. It depends. They decide whether they want to come or not, you know. So whichever one I choose, they normally do love whichever one I make the sample out of. But see, if you're thinking about decoupaging, you're thinking about what would show up on there, I really kind of want to make 2 samples. I really want to make one with that blue one. But I really think they'll love this one the most. I think that more of them might pick that one. I don't know. I can never tell. I can tell you that they don't really love my distressed rustic style. They don't like tattered. So I've learned that as I've crafted with them more. Hey, Sherry in Spokane, Washington, how are you? And Deborah's watching in Wisconsin. So yes, hey, Christy, Southern Pickens is in the house. Yeah, so anyway, let's just, let's make this miniature version of the original. And they do love to decoupage. So Mod Podge is, you know, pretty easy. It's not that messy. You know, it's not bad for their skin or anything. The stuff that I have to hot glue, you know, we just kind of have a hot glue. We either have a cordless one or we have a glue station, and I go and glue whatever they got to glue. So, oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. Look how pretty. Okay, I'm going to hold that napkin up. I think they're really going to like this one. But the hole is driving me crazy in the center, and it probably won't show up that much, but if the light were to hit it just right, the little hole. So I've got some lightweight spackling, and I'm just going to prep all these beforehand. And I'm just going to push some spackling in that hole. Real low key, not hard to do at all. Already have one over here that's dried. But I'm just going to push some spackling in that hole, and that'll keep you from being able to see through it. And yes, I'm doing it with my fingers, don't judge. I think I do something at least once every live that I ask y'all not to judge me for. I think last live I opened something with my teeth. Things I would maybe like get on my kids for. Okay, so once we get some spackle in there, that just fills in that hole. All good, not hard at all. And then that preps our bunny for the decoupage. Now, because my bunny is light colored and not dark, I'm good with not painting before, but you could also paint it white if you wanted to make the flowers really, really pop, but they're gonna pop just fine on this. Okay, so this one's dried. Hey, Tracy at Craftin' Mom's Corner Market's in the house. South Georgia in the house too, Sandra. Lisa, I'm making a sample. Lisa asked what I'm up to. I'm making a sample for the project I'm doing next Friday with my sweet friends that are residents at the assisted living that I go craft with sometimes. I was trying to give y'all the size of this little one. I have, 2.4 inch wide pots. 2.4 inch wide. So I've got plenty of those. I got plenty of bunnies. We'll be good to go in that way. I got some Mod Podge on the plate. Let's go ahead and decoupage. This will be really good for them too to do. I'm going to cut some little strips of sandpaper, and I teach them how to sand off the edges. And it's just a good thing for them to be able to do. If anything gets messed up, we can come and swoop in and fix it. Hands are your best tool. That's why God gave us these, right? Canada's in the house. Helena, how are you? Or Helena? Hey, Gail. Yes, that'd be cute too, but I'm putting a bow somewhere else. So that's a great idea, and it would work if the hole were where I wanted it to for sure. But, okay, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of Mod Podge on my fingers. I don't know how many plies these are. It says 3 ply. Okay, so I got to get rid of 2 plies. These are so pretty too with the scalloped edges. Not that we're going to be utilizing that part of it, but I do love the scalloped edges. This is usually a little bit easier. Let me do another corner. Okay. All right, so we've got the 1 ply. That's all. And so what I'll do is I'll just lay it out, and I'll just say, which napkin do you want for your bunny? And they look at the design, they pass it around. The last thing I brought scrapbook paper for what we created. I can't remember for the life of me. I should have thought that through before I got here. And they just decide, you know, what they want. They kind of get to design their own stuff, and it works out great. Now I got to find my, that's a glue stick somewhere. Thanks, Cheryl. Yeah, they are really pretty napkins. So let's get a napkin on here. I think I'll go ahead and just do it. Maybe it's hard to say we'll do it on both sides. Let me do it at least on one side. And I have a new little embellishment. Well, I said I was going to put a bow. They'll get the option. I love giving them options because it just makes them feel, which they are, very independent. And gives them that choice of, you know, me not just bringing something in front of them and telling them to do it, but they get to kind of like be a designer, and they love that. At least I think. Okay. All right, so I'm going to find a pretty part on this napkin. Let's see. So I'll give them the choice of which napkin. Hey, Debbie. And I'll give them the choice of embellishment, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna find a pretty spot of this napkin to go on there. Oh, that's gonna be really pretty. I love the yellow though. They might get particular and ask for things like I'm looking at it. Okay. We'll just cut them little things and they'll be able to get it down. We won't give them a whole napkin. It'd be too overwhelming. But it'll be fun. But this is a great project for anyone. So that's why I'm sharing it with y'all today. I had to whip up a sample anyway, and I love hopping on here live and doing the samples that I'm gonna do with them. Okay. So I got this on there. And because of how we attach the stick for the topiary part. Hello, Jane. Odell, how are you? Because of how we attach that stick, this really does have a front and a back. So, and they'll probably put it on their little bookshelf or something like that. Thank you, Roxy. Okay, so this is what it looks like before I start going in. Like I said, I'm gonna give them the little piece of tissue, sandpaper, and I do this all the time with them, and some of them do it really, really well. If they need help, we'll definitely assist them. But I'll probably just give them a little, not this. If I'm doing it, I'll grab this and do it really quickly. But they can just get a little piece of sandpaper and rub like that. And it's just a really good thing to work with their hands. Hey, y'all, Penny's in the house. Well, everything is A-okay now, Penny, that you're here. So then it just starts to break away all that excess paper. Hey, Joni. If anybody asks any questions about what I'm using, y'all let them know if I miss an important question. But if you wanted to do this and rig it up some other way, you could do both sides. But I'm just going to focus on one side. See, they could go around. This is just, I think it'll be really good for them to get some hands-on fun. Okay, so just like that. And I'll bring some little strips and everything. And look how cute. All right. Our little bunny is so adorable. Now, if it's me, I'm putting antique wax on it and all that. And I will bring it and I will ask them like, hey, anybody want any antiquing? And I'll just do a little bit on this. I won't go crazy. Or I've used like the distress inks are real cute around the edges. But I love it too. Oh, they're so proud when they're done. But I got just a little bit of antique wax that I could just put along the edges. I won't do it to where they'll be like, I don't want that. But I'll ask them if they want antiquing. They'll tell me. I'll show them what it is and they'll say, no, that looks dirty. They're honest. They definitely are honest. No filter whatsoever. But it's fun. Okay. Now, so with a little bit of antiquing wax, it's very, very subtle detail, but you can see it there on the camera. It's the ink, the distress inks would be more dramatic. All right, so, ooh, I forgot. They will need to ink their pole, unless they want to keep it natural. Okay, so I picked up some little, these were 99 cents for the package of little popsicle sticks, but they won't look like popsicle sticks. Not really how we're using them. And so what I can do is I'm going to take some of this. Yeah, I would too, Marge. But I'm telling you, they don't necessarily like that. I'm going to see how dramatic it looks. I'm just going to use some little wax on the popsicle stick just to give it kind of a stained look. If I do that, I got to do it very subtly. I'm not, Penny. I'm making this one just to be like it's one-sided, but you could if you wanted to. But you'll see, because you have to, with making it like I'm making it, you have to glue the stick on one side. So that's why. Okay, so a little bit more dramatic with some distressing ink, but I'm telling you, they're going to be like, no, thank you. Oh, okay. And now our little cute little pot, you could do a lot with that too. I love to take a little ink and you could take a little white. I'm just going to do it very subtly. They don't like, I told y'all, they don't like my ripped fabric. They tell me it looks tattered. But Marge, you're like that too. I know Marge is watching. She doesn't like the tattered fabric either. Hey, Tanya, how are you? And Teresa? Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to glue a little bit of foam. I'll have some little foam pieces cut up like this for them. Y'all if somebody asks what we're up to, please let them know. I'm going to drizzle a little hot glue in there. And just stick it down in there. Let it dry. Jane just made a lamb picture, waiting on it to dry so she can embellish it. I bet it's beautiful. I love the lamb projects. Yeah, it is very springy. All right. And, oh, I should have made sure, darn it. I should have made sure I didn't wear this foam out because I was messing with it earlier to see how long it needed to be. Okay, so then you just stick the little popsicle stick down into the foam. That's why I said it kind of has a back, you know. And then you need just enough that it's not going to break off. Just a little bit of glue there. And I do this part. We don't let them mess with the hot glue. Certainly don't want any incidents. The hot glue is hot. We all get burned. Hey, Jessica, how are you? Yeah, so the ones that I showed y'all a picture of that these are inspired by from, it was 2 Easters ago that I made. And I cannot find them anywhere. So I got these at Hobby Lobby and then just kind of had to adjust the whole idea. Yes, happy first day of spring. Okay, so there's that. What are we doing next? Oh, I don't know if y'all noticed in the pictures I showed y'all a while ago, but they used green grass in those other samples. But I've got some little Excelsior. We'll have to put some rocks in the bottom. I'll have to grab some rocks at, I think I did that the last time, to grab some rocks at Dollar Tree. It can be a project for children. It could be a project for anyone of any age. Just depends on what your style is. But I am making this as a sample for some residents that I go and craft with at the assisted living. I usually, Jane said who pays for the supplies when you do this with them. I usually just take care of it. I usually have it on hand. Sometimes they'll say they have some extra stuff on hand and that can I create something with it. They'll just say, hey, we've got all this extra. Can you come up with something? Look how cute. And I'll say, sure. You know, yeah, I can come up with something. Based on like some supplies they have or something. We just kind of go back and forth, but I love just taking care of it. Yeah, that's true. And I have extras. You think I should do that? Why not? Here, I got this other one that's already been drawn. Let's do that. That's a good idea. Let me see what that looks like. Thank y'all. That would be cute. I think they would like that. I have plenty. I bought 2 packages, so I shouldn't. See how many come in here. 12. Yeah, I should have enough. I can pick up another package. That's how I end up with all those extra crafting supplies. Thanks, Kathy. You think I should do a different one? You think I should do a different print on the back? That's a great idea, Janet. I love that idea. She said she glues sandpaper strips to tongue depressors to make it sanding easier. That's a great idea. Should I use the same napkin or a different one for the other side? Same. I want to say those came from Dollar Tree or Walmart, just anywhere that they sell the little seedling pots. Oh, I love that. Yeah. You think I should use the same napkin? Probably. Or I could just show them like 2. I could have 2 samples in one so I don't waste any. I really want to do the blue flowers. Let's do the blue flowers. I'm like, I really want to do the blue. Okay, I'm going to do the blue because I just want to see it with both so then I can tell them, do you like side number 1 or side number 2, or bring this other napkin too. I'm just doing it for sample sake, Janet, so if I were doing it for my own personal taste, I'd do the same on both sides. But for sample sake, I'm just doing it so they can see an example. So y'all just know that's why I'm doing it. If I were making it for them, I'm going to suggest they do the same one on both sides. I like the idea of letting them do two, because that way the stick will get covered up. Okay. So same thing with the blue. Let's let that Mod Podge get too dry. It's such easy cleanup too. We just have some baby wipes on the table, and it's so easy to get this Mod Podge off your hands. So y'all get to see what it looks like with the blue. Oh, that's so cute. The way this flower's landed on these ears, y'all wait till you see this. TJ Maxx, Janet. The way these flowers landed on the ear, oh my gosh. It's perfect. Oh yeah, Debbie, I should do that. I need to write that down. So I need to get nail files and more bunnies. That's perfect. I was just thinking because I have all this sandpaper all the time. I always have a lot of it. Yes, nail files would be perfect for this craft. See, y'all are so smart. It's another reason I hang out with y'all. Yeah, so Dollar Tree has some little seed pots too. It just depends on what size your wood bunny is. Just try to do your best deciding the size. Yeah, we'll probably separate the napkins for them. I saw somebody ask if we would do that for them. I don't know. Sometimes I'll let somebody try something, like just somebody in the crowd. I'll say, do you want to know how to do this? Like, I've let them rip fabric and stuff, even though they don't like to rip fabric. I've let them rip it, and it's so much fun. And so they find different parts of it enjoyable. And so I just kind of play it the best that I can. And a fun fact about me, if you didn't know this, I do share it. It's part of my story. I actually used to work at this assisted living that I go to now. I was the activities director there for several years, back when my now almost 16-year-old daughter was just a newborn. So it was a while ago, but has a piece of my heart, and I love being able to take what I'm doing now and go be with them. That is so pretty. I love that so much. Look at the blue. Isn't that so cute? You should, Teresa, just reach out to your local place and see if they have a place for you, if they could use some help. I mean, every place is different, you know. Yeah, I think it would too. We could put some little glue sticks on their fingers. Like, I'll get some of those little craft glue sticks, and they could do that for sure. Okay, so let's glue this one back to back. So now we have 2 samples to show them, and they can decide what they want to do. I think for me, something about this, not so much doing everything as it is like making the choices. I think it's a strong choice to help with the design process. Helps them take even more pride in the project. That's cute. That's cute. You can see a little bit of the in-between, but not bad. Like, it still looks really cute. Like, I should have painted the back or something. I'll think that through. Another good reason for doing the sample is to work through all that. Oh, Beverly, I loved it. I loved that job so much. Oh, I mean, I really just thought, and who knows, I may do it again one day. I just really thought that was going to be my forever job. So I'm so glad I still get to go and be there. All right, so the stamping, I have let them try stamping too. Some of them want to try it, some of them don't. We just kind of go around and ask. And so I just go around one by one usually. I've got these stamps, and I feel like I'm going to do just top like we did on the original sample. I'm wondering if I can put all 3 letters on here at the same time. I don't know. And I don't know whether I want it all lowercase or not, or uppercase. I feel like I want it lowercase. Hop H. These get kind of crazy. They're going to be sure you don't lose any of them. Yes, letting them make choices is so healthy and empowering. I teach crochet at our senior center. Yes, it does. It definitely takes special people to work with that demographic. All right, I'm going to try to see how this comes out by just lining these little rubber stamps up. Let's see if it comes out the way I want. Thank y'all for being here tonight. If you missed the beginning of this video, I was talking about a special spring offer to join my Creative Nest Crafting Club. You can comment club and you're going to see a little banner that says you can enter the code word spring to get $5 off your first month inside. It's a really great group, has all kinds of perks. I don't believe that's a P, that's a Q. That's a Q. Anyone would have got fooled with that. Let's see. QRS LMNO. Why is that there then? What does it make it? P is right next to the Q. Y'all look at this. QRS. I guess it is in the alphabet. That makes sense. All right. So now that should make more sense. So then I could just go around with this one or ask them if they have another word in mind and I'll create it for them. That's how we do. I'm just giving y'all some pointers if anybody wants to go. I know some people sent me messages if they started volunteering at their local play. That makes me so happy. Okay, we've got the hop. See, it's on here all together, right next to each other. And we're just going to see if we can stamp it at once. That turned out cute. Okay, that's perfect. So see, that went on great. So that will work. All right, and let's get some sharper scissors, wherever those may be. Well, I don't know where my super sharp scissors are. I made a mess earlier when I was live inside my group. All right, let's do our best with these. They need to be sharpened. I always try to think of my residents as grandparents or sisters. I loved my grandparents, so it helped me be patient. Oh, Teresa. And my story was I didn't have grandparents that I was close to. So for me, it was kind of like God put me there as like, hey, you know, and let them pour into me. And it was the best substitute grandparents I could have ever had. Okay. So look, don't laugh at my really terrible, because I need my silver scissors. I don't know where I've put them. I'm going to do a little bit of tattering, but I'm not going to go crazy. This is not the straightest rectangle I've ever cut in my life. These scissors are just gnawing at this fabric. But we're going to do the little hop on here. And I may just take a little glue stick and let them do that themselves. I bet you it would work fine with a glue stick. Okay. Oh, I hope I glued that on straight. Just don't judge. Just look. Don't judge. It's a little crooked. Okay. They won't stare too hard. They won't care. And then lastly, I'm going to let them either put a little bow on the neck with like some little raffia. So let me show. I think I'll do each side, make one the front and one the back. Oh, I'm sorry, Kathy. I've just got some raffia here that I'm going to do. And then we could treat it like the front. Maybe they could do both if we do the front and the back. As long as they're not sold out of these bunnies, because I hate to get there and run out of supplies, so I got to make sure. Hey, Tanya. I'm having a hard time with this raffia. Sorry, it ripped a little bit on me. Could you put thin twine around the edges of what? The pot? I did that on the first one, and I could. There's a lot I could do, for sure. Okay, so I'm going to cut this little tiny, it's just a little tiny shoestring bow. It's the tiniest little bow ever. I'm going to glue that on. Oh, it's so cute, y'all. It's the sweetest. Look how cute it is. It's so sweet. Okay, and then I've got some yarn. Y'all probably have seen this sitting in front of me forever. I'm gonna do a little cottontail. So what it is, okay, what I love is if I have a cordless glue gun, right, I can just go around the table and I chat with each of them and help them finish off the last little parts of everything. And then so they just get all visited with, which I love. So that's when I take my time when I have to help with hot gluing and stuff. So there's a lot you could do. Whatever you do, put your own little spin on it. I'm just gonna get this. I'm gonna make the back. Oh yeah, that would be kind of tricky, but it's a great suggestion. And we'll make a little bunny bum. Oh, this is cute. This is just some little yarn I picked up at Hobby Lobby. Hey, Carlene. I almost said Kathleen. I was reading it too fast. Oh yeah, that'd be so cute to put a stamp on both sides. So I'm coming to hang out with them, but right before they go to lunch and they get hungry. So I got to keep on time, but I know they'll love it no matter what. Okay, so there's the bunny bum. Look how cute that is. And there's the bunny front. And I do have some little, so just an idea, y'all. Y'all can run with it and do whatever. Let me see if I have some little hemp or something back here. Let's see, I got some twine. And I could do a little piece of twine around just to give it some extra something. Okay. Let's do some little twine around the top. And that's hard because with this particular pot, it might be hard to get it to stay in place. I don't know if this is where you meant to do the twine, but this is where I'm trying to do it. It's not really working out that great. Just because there's no lip or anything to actually tie it on. Yeah, it's not really working out that great. So I'm just gonna leave it be. I like it. It's got enough going on that they're gonna love it. They're gonna think it's so cute when I walk in there with it. And so there's, again, it could be the front or the back. They could decide if they want their bunny bum. They could decide which napkin they want. I just did it two-sided so they could see the different napkins. I think it'd be cute to take some, like if you do this in a bigger version with a bigger pot, like the original one I did, you could take a little white paint and add white distressing or creamy distressing. You could stamp all kinds of things. So like I said, I had to make the sample anyway, just to go ahead and go, okay, this works. This looks good. That way I get all my supplies together in a little basket and I come in there like the little crafting Easter bunny and we just, we have a fun time. They make memories. They get to display their little projects and they love them. And another thing is you have to keep size in mind there. We can't go in there and make, you know, the projects like I was showing you that we're going to be doing in my Creative Nest Crafting Club next week. We really can't do projects. This frame is so pretty behind it. I have this leaning like this in my bedroom on my dresser, but we can't do huge projects like this because they don't have the room. You know, they're minimalist. They've moved down into their apartments. But you can, if you can, you should join us inside our Creative Nest at a little spring, happy day of spring. You can comment the word club and you're going to see a spring offer on the top of that link that it sends you. And you can read about the Creative Nest and join us in there and become a Nest Sister. We do all kinds of fun stuff. I showed off a floral arrangement earlier. If you want to watch the replay at the very beginning, you'll see it. The church is a tutorial that we'll have next month in April coming up. And then we just make all kinds of pretty things. This is another little thing I had with me. We just make all kinds of pretty things. So it's a variety. We could be building something. We could just be crafting something. You get all the printables I ever designed. This is one of the printables from one of the Easter bundles. You get everything, pretty much get everything. You get a first look at everything. You get, it's like a VIP club if you want to think of it like that. And I would love to have you. It's just a tight-knit place over there. And if you're looking to just stay inspired to try to create and learn new techniques and learn new things, but we typically make projects bigger than this. But this is a cutie. I mean, she's adorable, or he's adorable. So thanks for hanging out with me while I had to do that anyway and chatting with me. Comment the word club, and then you'll see that you need to enter the code word spring at checkout. You can try your first month inside the Creative Nest for $5 off. All right. Thank y'all so much. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate that. I know, Janet, isn't that a great idea? So Janet was one of the attendees at my in-person crafting retreat that I did a couple weeks ago with some of my Creative Nest members. We met, I showed them a good time in North Louisiana. We all stayed in an Airbnb together, and we crafted and thrifted and shopped for 3 days. And it was amazing. It was really amazing. And we all made one of the churches, and she was saying that it'll look pretty leaning on a frame like that, and I think it really would. Yeah, a little small bow on the pot. I think that would be cute too. All right, well, we've got a sample made. We've got all kinds of ideas. I hope I got you inspired in some way. Now you can go put your own spin on it if you want to make something kind of similar. I think it's adorable. Even if you take this idea, this would be really cute if you have a bigger wooden bunny, to do it with a dowel and a bigger clay pot even. You know, just take this concept and go. It's really cute, but we're gonna have a fun time next Friday. So, all right. Well, I'm going to let y'all go. Enjoy the rest of your beautiful Thursday evening. Happy first day of spring again. And sure would. I love that idea. Debbie said this would be a cute name place at the dinner table. So you could stamp the name, and then it could be a little party favor for them, or just put a little tag on it so they could remove it and then use it for decorating. I think that's a great idea, Debbie. Okay. All right. I'll see y'all later. I could keep chatting all night, but thank y'all for being here, and I hope to see some of y'all inside the Creative Nest. Okay. Bye, y'all.